Welcome, my holy ones. We're watching another LA Witch music video. This one is Motorcycle Boy, and I wanted to go back to LA Witch because I don't feel like I gave them a fair share of love in the last one that I reacted to. By the way, welcome to the Vampire Cowboy Reacts. I am the Vampire Cowboy, your cult leader for underground culture. And I'm a big fan of LA Witch. However, the last music video I watched and reacted to, I didn't give them a whole lot of shine. So I'm gonna go back a couple of years here and do a different music video. The other video I watched was a brand new one. And I thought it'd be fun to do something brand new. But anyway, a lot of you are not familiar with LA Witch. Some of you are. And so I just figured, you know what? I actually really like them. I was a little bit lukewarm on the last video. Not so much the video, but the song. It was kind of okay to me. But that's what you get when you come to the Vampire Cowboy. You get honesty, you get truth, and you get culture. And you get a fun time watching music videos with someone who loves you. For those of you who don't know who LA Witch are, get acquainted, because like I said, I'm a big fan. They have that kind of doomy, shoegazy, post-punk style. And I love, I'm a big supporter of bands who are really who are current and independent and working their ass off, and I see them working their ass off, and they're total babes making good music, and they are not just flash in the pan. They've been doing this for years. So let's watch LA Witch, Motorcycle Boy. I love the font, I love the style. We're straight up out of like a 50s film. Has a great look. This is a beautiful shot. I love the perspective on this. This is great. Change up, that was nice. You know, I feel like I already love the style. They could have just stuck with this right here and had the full video. But it's always nice to have a little visual variety. And always remember with music videos, I mean really with any art, but really with music videos, there are no rules. So like, go crazy, have some fun, break some rules. And they're breaking rules, but they could have just said, hey, let's just stay in this like 50s bikers film thing, the whole thing. Would have worked. But I appreciate the visual variety. It keeps things interesting. I like him seeing. Actually, I'm not usually a big fan of just performance videos, but I don't know. I kind of like seeing them play their instruments and play live. There's some good energy to that. A good time. I dig all the little touches. Great shadow work, great negative space, and I always love when they throw a little animation in there. I like that personality. By the way, I'm just saying, I love this song a lot more. And again, one reason why I want to come back to them is because I've been listening to them without watching the music videos for a while and digging their music, and want to give them some proper shine. This is a great song. I have this on a mix, a DJ mix, playlist, and heavy rotation in my life. It's fun. It's great music. Just have make a vibe, right? And I live out here in the desert. Perfect. I mentioned in the previous video something about these reaction videos that reminds me of a special time in my life where I just, hey, get together, hey buddies, come on over, hey friends, let's just hang out and watch MTV. And literally that's what we'd do for like an entire night. Just people hanging out, watching music videos, talking shit, getting, you know, into arguments or discussions, and that'd be a night of hanging out with friends. And something about this song and their vibe really reminds me of that era of music videos in the maybe mid-late 90s, of where I really developed a lot of my tastes. 80s for sure, but also in the 90s, where it was like the heyday of music videos. At that time, obviously it's very much known for like the grunge era, but it was really an era of a great experimentation. And obviously there was a lot of corporate bullshit too, and labels seeing like, oh, this Nirvana band, let's copy them. Let's find like a girl version of Nirvana, or but there was still a lot of great synth pop. There's great goth stuff coming out. Industrial, obviously, it was like the industrial heyday. And so something about this, them specifically, and this music video, it just kind of feels like, I don't know, reminds me a little bit like Babes in Toyland. I'm trying to think of who else it brings to mind, but like really great underground. It was when it was kind of before alternative became a mainstream thing, and I'm appreciating it. This is clearly nostalgic for the 50s and the biker stuff, but in the 90s, a lot of music videos were playing with that. So this is like vintage of vintage, you know. It's like doubling up. So I don't know if they have that awareness, but if any of you grew up in the area, maybe you understand what I'm talking about. Even something like Weezer, right? When Weezer first came out, they weren't clearly as like mainstream as they are now, and they were doing stuff like Buddy Holly and things like that. So I think that's more my point. Other than the fact that it's just kind of nice. It's kind of a nice, warm, fuzzy feeling to hang out, watch a music video with you guys, and it gives me that little fuzzy feeling of when I was young and stupid, and I thought life was miserable, but now I look back and I'm like, that was actually a pretty good time in my life. That's what'll happen if you ride a motorcycle. You're gonna live dangerously, and you're gonna die in a ball of fire. But it'll be worth it, right? Maybe. Anyway, I love it. LA Witch, Motorcycle Boy. What did you think of it? I'm a big fan of them. I have a new DJ mix coming out. I'm not sure if it'll be out by the time this music video, or sorry, this reaction video is uploaded and released and goes live. But this would fit the theme of a DJ mix that I'm sharing. It's called Dust Devil. And it's somewhat inspired by the strangeness of the desert, and some that got some of this dark open highway vibe to it. So if you dig this, make sure you check out some of the DJ mixes I already have up on this channel. Consider subscribing so that you get alerted when those come out. Thank you for watching. I'd love to know your thoughts on this, and if you have any recommendations for me on the next batch of me reacting to music videos. Love to hear your thoughts. Love to know your experience of this kind of music, maybe some of the nostalgic feelings that I had mentioned. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.